Welcome to Sawtooth Revival. Today I wanted to take a moment to do something a little bit different. It's hard to believe, but it's been probably a year and a half since I uploaded my first video to YouTube. I think it was back November of 2020, I believe. So yeah, a year and a half of doing YouTube videos and starting this project of converting this big warehouse into what will eventually be our home. So yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to go back and look to kind of see how we've gotten to where we are today. I come out Saturday and Sunday, some weekends I don't make it out at all. But this is a weekend project that I've been working on for the last year and a half. I get some help out here from my brothers, my friend Robert. People come out to like to help and get involved. That's awesome. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty much me over here on the weekends. The parents will be down on their end working on theirs. So I kind of wanted to say that because I come out on the weekends, I film, I work, and then I kind of edit the videos during the week to upload them to YouTube. And I'm not a professional cinematographer, videographer, editor, or anything like that. I'm very amateur, but I feel like I've learned a lot in the last year, and I'm really excited to see where YouTube goes in the next year and where this building is gonna go in the next year. So that's kind of what I wanted to spend today on, is where we were a year and a half ago with the progress that we've made in the building. So if you can remember, a year and a half ago, this whole building was just full of stuff. Some of it was just trash, some of it was furniture, and I really wanted to take time digging through everything to see if there was stuff that we wanted to keep. And we took all that stuff and put it down on that end. And there's stuff down there that I probably still won't keep, but I figure at least take it down there for now, and then when I go through it again the next time, if I kind of was wondering why I kept it, I'll just throw it out at that point. But there's a lot of stuff down here on this end that I probably need to go through again here soon and clean it out. But the main focus has been just cleaning this out. And that was really the first big thing, is cleaning this whole section out, which took the better part of a year really to go through everything. The next big thing was the offices. So the offices started here and went all the way down to those double blue doors down there. That's probably 100+ feet of offices that we had to take out. So I think that was a little over a month of work taking all those offices out, breaking it all down, and tossing it out. So that was a big project for me. And I kept my motivation with that project because I knew once that was out, the skid steer was gonna come in. And the skid steer was gonna tear all the floor up from there all the way down to that end. So we brought them right in those blue double doors, came in here, and I remember really well how scared I was about driving the scaffolding, the skid steer across over top the basement, because this is a concrete floor with a basement below from here all the way down to that end. So I remember in detail how scared I was making that transition over top the basement. So luckily it didn't end up in the basement, but it was pretty terrifying. And it was just amazing to see the skid steer driving through here and what will eventually be our house. And just thinking there's a skid steer inside the house. It was just so surreal. And I mean, I was shocked at how much we got done in that week. The plan was to get the flooring from the arches over to the ramp over here done in that week. And I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to get that done, but that was kind of the goal I set myself. We ended up getting the floor tore up in 3 days. Everything piled up in the front here, and then the next 3 days, I focused on this side. And I honestly didn't spend a lot of time over here cleaning a lot of this stuff up because a lot of it was a lot more junk. And there goes a squirrel. I wonder where he's going. All the way down there. But that got me off track. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of good stuff to go through down here. So it was really more driving this, skid steer through this big wall, tearing out this whole room, getting rid of all the flooring that was up here, and just pushing everything in that corner and this corner here out of the way. So this whole room, if you're not familiar with this project, is gonna be a courtyard. So the house will technically start here. I'll have a door here from the courtyard into what will be our living space. This will eventually be dining room. That will eventually be a kitchen. And I keep thinking I hear other things scurrying around. But this will be our living room where this giant pile is. So yeah, definitely have a vision, but I just need to keep working towards that vision. So now that the flooring is all tore up, the next big project was these vents. And this vent was pretty significant because it went down in the floor. It was a big wide vent that came over and teed off into this section. And it was a fight for sure. And I remember kind of making some risky moves trying to get this thing dropped. It got hung up on a metal cord that you can kind of see that went all the way down. It's kind of hanging down there at the moment. It got hung up there, and I ended up having to twist the vent because there was a contraption on top of the vent that was hung on it, and had to twist the vent until it broke the cable and dropped. So it wasn't the most, it wasn't the safest thing, but I got it down and it's out of the way. So that's kind of just a really quick breakdown of the big things just to get us to this point. And there's also been a lot of little things that we've been working on, like patching the fence and just maintaining the grass. Things like that that kept me away from doing these bigger projects. So that in itself kept me from making the kind of progress on the building that I was kind of hoping for. But it kind of comes with the territory with something of this size. If you're not familiar with the building, from one end to the other is 100,000 square feet. So it's a huge structure, and all you can do is a little bit at a time. And if I'm only out here Saturday one week or Saturday and Sunday one week, you just gotta keep moving forward. And honestly, the progress that my dad has made on his end, he's pretty much taking down the whole building by himself. He comes out and he works, he'll load up, he'll just tear down a certain section at a time and then come out and then work on a little bit more. So he just chips away at it, and next thing you know, the whole building's gone. So I definitely use that as motivation for myself, because I've seen what he's done in the time that he's out here. It keeps me wanting to move forward. So that's kind of a quick walkthrough on where the building was and where it is now. I guess from here on out, the main project is gonna be this wood pile. I really wanna get that out of here. And once it's out and we keep working on it, we'll keep dropping these vents, dropping all of these pipes that are along this side and here as well, all the lights, and just keep moving forward and see where we'll, it'll be interesting to see where we're at in a year from now. So this is kind of a video I've been wanting to do for a while, and I realize it's been about 1.5 years since I started this whole, project. So it's a dream of mine. So I want to share that. But if you haven't subscribed or, shared the video if you'd like, please consider doing so, and we'll see you next time. Bye.